Well, 7 burning questions for IU. There's an article in the Daily Hoosier we're going to talk about today. And also Anthony Richardson. We're going to dive into some of the details about Anthony Richardson. Let's get into it.
1 for 3 on the way.
Hello, guys, and thank you once again for joining me on Indiana Sports Connection. I am your residential anchor, Aaron. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being part of this Indiana Hoosiers and Colts community on here. And happy July 4th. It is one of my favorite holidays all week. I do have a special planned for Saturday night. So here in Huntertown, in my neighborhood, this guy does the craziest fireworks I have ever seen in my entire life. So Saturday night, mark your calendar at 9 o'clock. I'm going to come on and do a live stream. The fireworks start at 10, but we'll talk a little bit about sports, and anybody can come and watch these fireworks. They are in the Turnberry neighborhood, and at the end of my pond over here, that's where people come to the park over here to watch these unbelievable fireworks. He one-ups himself every single year, and I'm telling you, it is 30 minutes. It's set to music. It's absolutely sensational what he does with these fireworks, and he builds them all himself. So Josh Wood, he's the HOA president here, so shout out to him for putting in all that work and making such a huge thing and a really unbelievable. So something I wanted to do a live stream, and that will be Saturday night at 9 o'clock. I will come on 9 or 9:15, but you'll see it on there on your schedule. So subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and you will be notified if you hit that bell notification every time I go live. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being part of this channel. So we got a couple of things to talk about. I got a clip of Anthony Richardson on the Pat Mcafee show. And after watching this a couple of times, this interview, there's some things in here that maybe need to be dissected a little bit, and that's what we do on this show. And so we're going to take a look at what Anthony Richardson said on there, and a little bit afterwards, like, let's just talk about what it's gonna mean for this guy for this season. I'm a little apprehensive about it, but Hillbilly Monkey, happy 4th of July. I know this is your favorite holiday, right? You got a mullet, you got your headband on, your American headband. You know, you can't ride a motorcycle because you're a monkey gargoyle. I say to you out there, don't be the one to blow your finger off during the firework. I know we all love the firework, but don't blow your finger off. Don't be that guy, okay? Respect the dynamite. Respect it. Okay? That's right. You got to respect the dynamite. You always got to respect the dynamite. Without further ado, let's run this clip of Anthony Richardson. This is about a month ago on Pat Mcafee show, and just something he said on there that little bit we're thinking about.
Science only works as much as the guy does. The hits that you were taking. Yeah. A lot of conversation around, like, Shane Steichen's going to have to change the way you play.
Definitely.
But then there's a lot of, okay, so you feel that way as well.
Well, no. I don't feel like there's anything I should change. I don't feel like there's anything I should change. You know, some of the stuff that happened, it just happened. You know, it's football, it's a physical sport, so you know it's going to happen. But everybody thinks I'm just out there being a maniac, just getting hit, but I'm not. It's just the injuries that happen, they just happen. You know, hopefully it doesn't happen again.
Is there any conversations with Shane about, like, hey, here's one we don't need to take maybe, here's one that obviously the reason why we draft you so high is because you're the only human on earth that can do this? Like, how do you balance that? I
mean, yeah, all the time. You know, we watch films like, okay, right here, you know, this was smart. You got out of bounds. You know, you got down right here, that was smart. And then it's like sometimes it's like, okay, cool. You know, you might have to get extra yards sometimes, but it's just a matter of knowing when to do it and when not to do it.
So what I find it really hard to take in this is that when he's asked the question, he kind of second guesses himself in a way, like, okay, Shane Steichen wants to, you know, obviously the injury thing is a huge thing with this guy. He's just having a hard time really saying it to the media, like, yeah, I need to make some changes. I need to do this and this and this so that I can grow as a football player and I can stay on the field for longer than 4 games. And he's just not saying those things. The other thing that's got me real apprehensive about him as a player is his weight. He was 242 last year, and he's coming in at 255 this year. And so he was saddled up with the shoulder injury. He put some weight on. On that whole interview, he never really said that was a scheduled thing. That was something he wanted to do. Because when you mature in life, you realize, so in that little clip there, he wants to say, everything's up to chance. People get injured. It just happened. It just happened. But a more mature way of thinking about this is like, how can I get better at this in every aspect of this? And yeah, I might have to make some changes to actually get better at this. That would be the more mature kind of way of looking at this. And here's the deal. Here's the deal. Not don't go all Joe Biden on me. Hey man, you think you can carry your own bag? Oh, okay. But here's the deal. Here's my question to all of you out there. If he gets injured 4 games into the season, are we going to spend the whole year doing the same thing we did this last year, putting all of our eggs in his basket to see if he can come back and play again? What's the threshold look like there? And it's the type of running that he does that really gets him injured. Mahomes, he's had some ankle problems. Different players have had these types of injuries, but they're not getting injured in the same way that he has been injured. And he's had injury problems in the past. I mean, the other thing, the hamstring, is something to look at with him. And there's more there. I mean, there's more there. And I don't know. Just part of me is really kind of on edge about all this. I think we all are, because look, it's July 4th. A couple weeks, we're going to be able to see them all down around Anderson, working out and everything like that. And then August 1st, the first preseason game is on. Then the Colts, they're going to play their preseason games a week or so after that. And then it's just pretty much on from there. I mean, he kind of has to learn in this preseason time how to get down. Get down! Shut up! So we did.
So he'd tell us to get down. Shut up.
Get down! Shut up!
So I mean, Anthony Richardson, this guy has all the talent in the world, and I just don't want to see it get flushed down the toilet. And the other thing is, we had Andrew Luck here, and he could not get it through his head about not trying to run through a brick wall in every game, and that we all saw how that ended, and not in a good way. I mean, let's move on and talk about an article that is in the Daily Hoosier about the Hoosiers. It's 7 burning questions with the Hoosiers, and this is a great article to read on your own. I am not going to go over every single aspect of it, but I did think this is a good time to kind of look at these questions, and I'll put a link to this article because Mike Schumann, a lot of his articles, and I don't know this guy, he's a media guy. A lot of his articles are very vanilla, I guess. On this show, I talk about more controversial things, but this article, I would say, from Mike Schumann is one of the better ones that he's put out there. How much do you think Ballo and Renew are going to play together? I thought he has some good insight on some of these things. Is Mbako ready to take the next step? Will Galloway be ready? Will he start? These are all things with 4 months here, and it's going to be here before you know it. November, the fall always goes by so quick to me. And also the summer after July 4th, and maybe I'm just showing my age because I'm past the age of 40. So it's you get past the 4th of July, it's it feels like Christmas is right around the corner. I mean, am I the only one that feels that way? But, and I know it always goes faster and faster. Can Mike Woodson and his staff put it all together? I mean, ultimately, that is the burning question for this Hoosiers team. And God, I want to see it happen in the worst kind of way. I want to see, this is the most versatile roster we've ever seen in Indiana Hoosiers, maybe history. I mean, probably maybe the 93 team is the only team I can think of that had this great of a roster, because I do think the downfall of our 2012 team was having 2 guards that were right around 6 foot tall. not athletic enough. Halls and Farrell together just weren't athletic enough at times to get it done on that team. So we have got a versatile group on our hands. But definitely a great article, and I just wanted to highlight that on here. And one of the things, I mean, we went over 1,000 subscribers, and all the time, I can't thank you for all of that, everybody who watches, because I'm a complete nobody, just a huge IU fan and a huge Colts fan. The one thing that I wanted this channel to be is connect everything together through podcasts, YouTube, Facebook, posts people put out there, so that you could come to this one source and kind of see, like, I play clips from the podcast. I play clips. I know, like, people like my dad, or a lot of people I know who are older, they don't listen to all these podcasts and stuff like this. So, just to try to connect everybody together. That's what the connection means, an Indiana Sports Connection. So thank you so much for being here and being part of this. And it's a movement, my friends. Jump in the rocket ship. The Hoosiers, this is the year. And so as the channel, and I mean, I was looking at my analytics the other day. People watching in South Africa, a lot of people watching in the UK, and a lot of people watching in Perth, Australia. The reach of Indiana basketball is vast. And I knew that when I lived in New York, because I met so many people that were big time IU fans that were really bandwagon fans. But thank you, because people fall in love with it. People fall in love with the Indiana style of play, the Indiana traditions, all of it. All of it is absolutely fantastic. But thank you so much for joining me on this episode today. Have a great 4th of July. Stay safe out there. Don't drink too much. And tune in to the fireworks. This could be great, could be not great. I got a whole setup out there with microphones and everything like that. Maybe my father-in-law will be on, and we'll talk about some Notre Dame football for a minute, and maybe we'll talk about Indiana football for a minute. Maybe some people will stop by and we can have some conversations about everything. But thank you so much for being here, and until next time, stay classy out there, Hoosier and Colts fans.
Hello, friend.
These days, I think cybersecurity is now as important as physical security. That's why when I'm online, I use NordVPN. NordVPN uses next generation encryption to keep my passwords and data safe, which is especially important when I'm traveling and I'm on public Wi-Fi, which is more vulnerable to hacking. I'm sure a lot of you are going to be traveling for the holidays this summer. Use NordVPN, one account that will protect all your devices and computers. And with their 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose.